Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We are Nadlan broadcasting to you from New York. Today we have another post from Yinon. So let's get to it. All right. So we have the entrepreneur of the week, Yinon Kadis, post number 2. And today we are talking about baby steps. So Robert Kiyosaki said, take baby step. This is the key to long-term success. So Yinon is saying, 7 years back, deep in the military era, I bounced a friend of my big brother. The friend, a former business owner, is a successful entrepreneur who has relocated and experienced a number of areas, among them alternative restaurants. So an anecdote. Yinon, that time, bursting with ambition and a desire to advance and precisely between roles from one unit to another, wants to do an advance but feels shredded into the army. At the end of the trip, after a fruitful conversation and a lot of interest on my part about the business field in the past, I asked him for some ideal tips that he sees fit to apply, both in daily life and in the long term. And that's the phrase he told me. Baby steps. Speaking of progress, dear gentleman I knew this year, Gad Regensberger, added another sentence that calls to mind. Why run to the top when you can walk? But back to that evening, I took what the friend said and decided to try to harness the demon of ambition to the idea that things are going to take time and the most important thing is to move forward. After about 3 months, I found myself at a key point in the unit. Why? I correctly channeled the ambition. Instead of finding myself with two birds on the tree, I decided to invest in learning and directing the desire to advance in the military rather than in the wrong investment of energy and money, which I barely had. And it's not that I did not invest properly. I had falls. I also invested in digital real estate and came out a loser. But after calculating risks incorrectly, not because of recklessness and haste. What were we talking about? Ah, yes, progress. So I recommend to take everything in the mindset of agile without pressure, to move forward in an orderly manner, whether it is in writing goals and proper timing, whether it is in lack of self-sacrifice and high self-criticism every day. Each one and his process. But in the end, remember, if you progress, all is well. Direction is the ultimate goal. You can want more, but under pressure, things don't really work out. Thank God for everything, and may we all succeed hugely. All right, so this post was about moving forward, and let's look at a bit of the news on the website. So we have a new loan request at Nadlan Capital Group from Gad. If you want to have an application for a loan in the US, also for foreign nationals, you can go to Nadlan Capital Group. All right. We have the realtor Eyal Melamed, another closing in Florida, 9 apartments. All right. We have a user that found so many dumpster in a property that they're renovating. Getting back to business, not that I really stopped. Back to business. All right, from Sharon, an entrepreneur. Let's see this one. Consultation. Where do you get confirmation that the house does not have a mortgage in the US? All right, that's interesting. So we had a discussion here for a foreign investor. Something the bank in a foreign national want you to show them that the property that you own doesn't have a mortgage on it. So this is an interesting discussion to take a look. Another loan request. This one is from Shachar, from Nadlan Capital Group. And the last post for today, the last news. Here's a story you may already know, but with a different moral. Here's a story you may already know, but with a different morality. If you put a frog in a pot of water at room temperature, it will swim there happily. And then when you gradually increase the heat to a boil, the frog will not feel the change until it is too late. In a parallel analogy, we lose our health, our fitness, and our financial resilience, not to mention wealth, day after day, every once in a while. It never happens in one go. Remember, the enemy of excellent is not bad. The enemy of excellent is just fine. This is how Dave Ramsey encourages his followers to make a significant improvement in their financial lives. Feel free to read more in the review of the Total Money Makeover. All right, interesting. All right, guys, so this is for today, and we're going to see you tomorrow.